No jesteśmy z powrotem na YouTubie, przepraszamy, coś nam się ciągle psuje, jakieś prawa autorskie, nie wiemy dlaczego. Więc jesteśmy jeszcze raz, sorry za to.
Okay, fantastic. So, hello 11 people on Facebook, welcome. And so, going back, shall I repeat the first joke that we had?
Yeah.
So, joke number 1. I went to my doctor and asked for something for persistent wind. He gave me a kite. So, to understand this joke, we have to understand the double meaning of persistent wind. Wind meaning in general... Yeah. But in this case, to go to a doctor for persistent wind, wind is also another way of saying that you fart a lot. I have lots of wind.
So po polsku też się mówi, że wiatry się ma.
So the joke is that he's going to the doctor to ask for something to help with his farting, his wind, and the doctor gave him a kite.
Czyli po polsku to też by zadziałało, że poszedł ktoś do lekarza poprosić coś na wiatry. Wiatr, no trochę inaczej. I doktor dał mu latawiec.
Funny. So number 2. Maybe I won't say, just in case it was that, maybe I won't say the comedian who wrote it, just in case that's why YouTube is cutting us off live. However, joke number 2. What? No. A bit of advice. Never read a pop-up book about giraffes. A pop-up book. What is a pop-up book in Polish?
Nie wiem, czy jest jakaś taka nazwa. Chodzi o taką książkę, która się otwiera i z niej wyskakują różne rzeczy takie kartonowe. Czyli w żarcie chodzi o to, żeby nie czytać takich książek o żyrafach.
Because you imagine it's going to open and hit you in the face.
Bo żyrafy są wysokie i wiecie, dziwne.
So the next one. I said, it's serious, doctor. I've broken my arm in 20 places. He said, well, stop going to those places.
Czyli ktoś idzie do lekarza, mówi, że złamał rękę, nogę czy whatever w 20 miejscach, a lekarz mówi, przestań chodzić do tych miejsc. Czyli
so it works in Polish,
tak,
because
tak.
in place has places on your body and places geographically.
Tak, czyli to też ma sens.
So, haha. Next one. Moving on. My wedding was like a fairy tale. It wasn't magical. It's just that I've got an ugly sister.
Lol. Czyli mój ślub był jak z bajki, ale nie dlatego, że był magiczny, tylko dlatego, że mam brzydką siostrę.
Again, classic British humour is either dry or offensive. If it's too offensive, we're not going to read out any really offensive jokes, but I think that one's lightly offensive. Because neither of us have a sister, so we're clear of offending anyone. So the next one. It's funny. I've got a package in the post. I got a package in the post last week, and on it said, "Please don't bend." So how was I supposed to pick it up? It's funny.
Czyli chodzi o to, że dostałem paczkę, ale było na niej napisane, no i teraz to ciężko przetłumaczyć. Proszę nie zginać, ale bend to znaczy też zginać się, czyli w sensie tak kucać, so like go down.
To bend over, like bend your back.
Tak się pochylić. Czyli no w tym sensie, jeśli to słowo ma takie dwa znaczenia, no to jest to dosyć zabawne.
Yeah, so essentially it's the double meaning of bend. Bending the package, so it might break, so don't bend it. But also then bending over to pick up the package. Double meaning, very funny. A cement mixer has collided with a prison van. Motorists are asked to look out for 16 hardened criminals.
Once again, can I see?
A cement mixer
Aha.
has collided with a prison van. Motorists are asked to look out for 16 hardened criminals. Essentially saying that the criminals in the prison van are now stone sculptures. It's funny.
Czyli cement, nie wiem jak się nazywa takie auto, które przywozi cement, miało kolizję
Prison van.
z samochodem przewożącym więźniów i teraz kierowcy są proszeni o to, żeby uważać na zacementowanych więźniów. Nie jest to śmieszne moim zdaniem.
Again, this is British humor. It's dry, but it's funny.
Taki suchar.
Dry humor, exactly. When my wife and I argue, we're like a band in concert. We start with some new stuff and then we roll out our greatest hits. It's funny.
Czyli kiedy kłócę się z żoną, jesteśmy jak zespół muzyczny. Na początku jakby to powiedzieć, na początku
some new stuff.
Jest coś nowego, a później wyciągamy swoje największe hity.
And hits in English can mean obviously like a popular song, greatest hits, but then also physical hits is the double meaning pun in this one, and it's funny. But obviously domestic violence is bad. So the next one. They're all so dry, but I love them. I needed a password 8 characters long, so I picked Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Aha, teraz będzie ciężko to przetłumaczyć. Czyli w żarcie chodzi o to, że potrzebował ktoś hasła, które będzie długie na 8 znaków, ale charakter w angielskim to znaczy zarówno znak, jak i jakąś postać. Czyli w tym żarcie ktoś wybrał Królewnę Śnieżkę i 7 krasnoludków.
Funny, because character has two meanings. Character as in a letter. One letter is a character, and a character in a story. So 8 characters from a story. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's funny. I love it. So 15 minutes. Moving on.
Co tam mamy jeszcze? Zaskocz nas.
This one's funny and relatable to Polish people, I guess. There's a phrase in English: "Act your age, not your shoe size." Because there's a phrase. It's not a joke. Just a phrase that you can say to people is "Act your age, not your shoe size." For example, I'm 24. And people would tell me, act your age, 24, not your shoe size. My shoe size is 11. So they would tell you, don't act your shoe size. Don't act like a child.
But like in Poland.
And the joke is, that means something very different on the continent. On the continent, in English, it means mainland Europe.
Yeah.
So my shoe size in Poland is 45. So to say, act your age, not your shoe size, people would be saying that I'm acting like a 45-year-old, not an 11-year-old. So the joke, they're like, that means something different in Europe.
Czyli no takie powiedzenie jest w Anglii: zachowuj się na swój wiek, a nie na swój rozmiar buta. Tylko że w Anglii rozmiar butów jest na przykład tam do, nie wiem, 13 czy 14. Jake ma rozmiar 11 w Anglii, a ma 24 lata. Czyli kiedy w Anglii by mu ktoś tak powiedział, to by znaczyło, że zachowuje się jak dziecko. Ale znowuż u nas będzie znaczyć to coś innego, no bo u nas mamy bardzo duże rozmiary butów, typu na przykład 43, 45. Czyli znaczy to w ogóle coś totalnie odwrotnego.
So funny. This is funny. I'm sure wherever my dad is, he's looking down on us. He's not dead. He's just very condescending.
Okay, so it makes sense.
The looking down on us.
Czyli gdziekolwiek mój ojciec jest, wiem, że patrzy na nas z góry. No i to w zasadzie tyle. No, patrzeć z góry jako nie, że nie żyje, tylko że jest bardzo taki, I don't know the word,
Condescending.
taki, no wiecie, no, że patrzy z góry, taki, nie mogę teraz po polsku znaleźć słowa. No, zobaczymy tłumaczenie. Protekcjonalny. No, czyli, że patrzy z góry na wszystkich.
So looking down on someone in Polish is also when someone's being condescending in Polish, you can say they're looking down on you.
Yeah.
Nice. So I really like that joke. He's not dead. He's just condescending. That's why he's looking down on us. Again, dry humor. I mean, I find it's funny, but you probably won't at all. It's just really dry. My musical knowledge is so poor, I thought Kanye West was a railway station and Lana Del Rey was a holiday resort.
Czyli ktoś tak bardzo nie zna się na muzyce, że myślał, że Kanye West to jest stacja metra, a Lana Del Rey to jakiś hotel wakacyjny, resort.
Because West meaning like Station West.
West, czyli zachód.
And Del Rey meaning like of the sun ray. It sounds like of the sun, like Costa del Sol in Spain. Lana Del Rey. It's funny. That one I don't even understand. This one is a classic British or probably even London phrase. I saw this bloke chatting up a cheetah. He was trying to pull a fast one. So there's a couple of words I need to explain in this joke. Firstly, bloke. I would say what? Ziomek? Bloke? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I saw this bloke. It's slang for a man. Facet. Chatting up a cheetah. So trying to talk to a cheetah, which is a...
Cheetah, czyli gepard?
Yeah, it looks like a leopard, it's a big cat. He was trying to pull a fast one. So in English, to pull someone is to talk to a girl and then get her phone number and then start dating her. You can say in slang, you've pulled her. Mm-hmm. And then a fast one, to pull a fast one is like, as if to say, how would you pull a fast one? It's cheeky. Like, doing it something behind someone's back is pulling a fast one. So it's going to be probably very hard to translate. And also then a cheetah is fast. Mm-hmm. So he's pulled. He's chatting up a fast one. It's funny, but that's where he was trying to pull a fast one, trying to chat up literally. That's many different levels of understanding in that joke. But anyway, moving on. My mum's so pessimistic that if there was an Olympics for pessimism, she wouldn't fancy her chances. So my mum's so negative that if there was an Olympic sport for being negative, she thinks she wouldn't win.
Czyli moja mama jest taką pesymistką, że gdyby była olimpiada w pesymizmie, to nie dawałaby sobie szansy, nie myślałaby, że wygra, bo jest taką pesymistką.
Exactly. And to say that she thinks she wouldn't win, she thinks she wouldn't do so well, there's a phrase in English, she wouldn't fancy her chances. Or you could say, I don't fancy my chances of that happening. It's a nice little phrase.
What is the best Polish joke for Jake?
Aha, that's a good one. So, tell me.
Do I have to tell you? Or
do I know any Polish jokes? Not on the top of my head. I can't think of any Polish jokes. I'm sure I do.
Nie wiem. Przychodzi baba do lekarza, a lekarz też baba.
Huh?
Don't know how to translate it.
Something about grandmas and the doctors are grandmas? No.
Baba, like baba. Baba is like a quite offensive word for woman.
Uh-huh.
So przychodzi baba do lekarza.
So the grandma...
Baba.
Or the
so
baba
lady.
the lady is coming to the doctors?
A lekarz też baba.
But the doctor is the lady.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, no one gets it. It's just like...
I quite often like the meme of CCTV around the world. And there are CCTV cameras looking on the streets in New York, CCTV cameras looking on the streets in London. And then there's a picture of Poland, and it's 100 grandmothers looking out of their window.
Osiedlowy monitoring.
That's my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite Polish memes, I guess.
Okay.
I can't think of any other Polish jokes, actually. How long have I been doing this? 21 minutes. Let's see if I've got some more.
Witamy Mateusza Trawińskiego na naszym live'ie.
This one's very British, I guess. It's a classic British stereotype. There are only two conditions where you're allowed to wake up a woman on a lie-in. Either it's snowing or the death of a celebrity. To an English person, that would make sense, because there's a joke that any kind of stereotypical wife, they are shocked when it's snowing or when a celebrity dies. That's classic British humour.
But what was the joke?
So there are only two conditions when you're allowed to wake up a woman on a lie-in. So when you
lie-in, like
if you're sleeping until midday.
Takie spanie długie. Czyli są dwa powody, dla których można obudzić kobietę, kiedy będzie żeby była zszokowana, czyli albo jak pada śnieg, albo jak jakiś celebryta umrze. Okej.
That would be funny too.
Mateusz Trawiński, it's my viewer. Najkrótszy żart mi znany to moje życie. So the shortest joke I know is my life.
Wow.
But it's not that short.
That's a fun, but what, the sentence or the life?
Life.
But I guess it's funny because I guess the joke in words would be just my life. So here's a joke. My life. That's quite funny, actually. Do you know these jokes in English? Like
yeah,
the
why did the chicken cross the road?
Yeah.
Something.
What's the classic answer for why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know, to be on the other side.
That's like the usual answer for why did the chicken cross the road, to get to the other side. So why did the chicken commit suicide?
To get to the other side.
Yeah. To get to the other route, the other universe, I don't know, parallel universe, the other side. It's funny. Can you translate?
Czyli dlaczego kurczak popełnił samobójstwo, żeby być po drugiej stronie. Tak samo jak jest ten żart, dlaczego kurczak przyszedł przez ulicę, żeby być po drugiej stronie. Czyli jakby tutaj też jest taka gra słów, co to jest druga strona. To miało być przykre.
So I can't think of any other English jokes, but just for the last 2 minutes before we move on to Minecraft, I want to recommend...
The lawyer is a liar.
The lawyer is a liar. I don't get it.
I guess maybe when you read it as liar. I don't know.
Because the words sound similar and lawyers. So that is the end of the jokes that I have from famous British comedians. But one thing I will say before we move on to Minecraft is some recommendations on just absolutely fantastic British comedies to watch that are classic comedies that every single British person knows. and it's like a kind of staple of British humour. And they're different programs. You can find them online, I'm sure. The first one would be Fawlty Towers. Fawlty Towers is a brilliant series about a man who runs a hotel very badly. And if you watch Fawlty Towers, I'm going to write this here. This is probably the best British comedy of all time. Fawlty. I think it's actually Fawlty Towers. No.
Yeah, F-A-W, I think.
Because it's a pun. I'm going to check, because faulty as in like there are many faults with the hotel, but his last name is also Fawlty, Mr. Basil Fawlty. So I want to check the spelling that they use. Yeah, it's with a W. Fawlty Towers. And it gets like faulty, that has many faults. It's a very badly run hotel, and really watch it. There's only 12 episodes, so it won't take long. It's brilliant comedy. A couple more on the top of my head would be Keeping Up Appearances? Yeah, Keeping Up Appearances.
Czyli po polsku Co ludzie powiedzą.
Which again is another classic British
Ktoś tam
comedy.
pisał właśnie Mrs. Bouquet, somewhere, yeah.
Maybe on Facebook?
No, I can't go back.
So yeah, Keeping Up Appearances is a brilliant one. I'll write that quickly. Keeping Up Appearances. I've got appearances.
I think.
So Keeping Up Appearances. A couple more. The Dad's Army. Have you ever heard of it? We have to watch it. The Dad's Army is brilliant. It's about the generation of older men who were in charge and on reserve of looking after the English coastline during World War II, while the younger men went to war. And it's a comedy about those men who form a group, an army, a small home army in that town, and they are useless. They are absolutely useless at doing anything they have to do. It's brilliant. Another staple of British comedy is Mr. Bean. Do you know Mr. Bean? Mr. Bean is brilliant. He has several films and a cartoon series and maybe another human series. Again, very amazing British humour. And there was one more that I thought of. Mr. Bean, Keeping Appearances, Dad's Army, Fawlty Towers.
Little Britain.
I will say, yeah, we may as well suggest it. Little Britain, but watch out because it's quite offensive to any minority that exists. But I guess this is true British humour. British humour is often dark. Little Britain is definitely dark humour. So Little Britain is a great one. Benny Hill, yeah. I don't know too much of that, but definitely know it's funny. There was one more that I could think of that I really wanted to recommend, but it's gone. So we'll move on. But honestly, watch those few to really see true British comedy. Oh yes, what's that film called? Monty Python?
Oh yeah.
Monty Python. Monty Python, several different films and series. Again, very great British comedy. So I'll leave you with those recommendations, and we will do last 2 minutes very quickly on different Minecraft ores. So what can you dig in Minecraft? What can you go into a mine and find?
Czyli będziemy mówić o różnych złożach, które można znaleźć w Minecrafcie. Czyli wszystko, co możemy wykopać, znaleźć w jaskiniach, w kopalniach. Rudy, różne rudy.
Yeah. So, there are only about 8 of them, so we can go through quite quickly. The first one is obviously gold.
Złoto.
So, gold. The next one was iron.
Żelazo. I to jest ważne, bo często ludzie popełniają błąd w wymowie. Pisze się to iryony i często ludzie mówią iron, ale
Iron.
mówi się iron. I znaczy to też żelazko. Iron, like so ironing.
Aha, yeah. Coal.
Węgiel.
Which I think is the most common thing to mine. This one I believe might be the same because it sounds Latin. Lapis lazuli. I guess it would be the same in Polish because it sounds very Latin. But let us know if you play Minecraft in Polish. Is it called something else? It's the blue or the next one, redstone.
Redstone, czyli ten taki czerwony, nie wiem po polsku jak się nazywa. No taki czerwony kamień.
Maybe it's called redstone again in Polish. The next one, diamonds. Diamond.
Diamenty, czyli to, czego wszyscy w Minecrafcie pragną, co wszyscy chcą znaleźć.
Absolutely. And the rarest, I believe. The rarest along with emeralds.
Czerwony proch, o. Emerald, czyli szmaragd, I think.
Aha, this is redstone in Polish, yeah?
Nie, czerwony proch, okay.
So, emerald.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Love it. So, emeralds, did you say?
Emerald, szmaragd.
And the last one, quartz.
Kwarc.
Quartz. It's a white...
Kwarc.
The white ore that you find in the nether, the underworld.
Może rubin, redstone. Myślę, że to jednak czerwony proch, ale rubin też jest czerwony.
Rubin, because rubin is, I guess, ruby, right?
Maybe.
Which I guess would be a different ore.
Yeah.
Ruby is a different kind of crystal or something you mine. So that marks all of them. That's all of the things you can mine in Minecraft. All of the kind of rare and useful ores. So that marks the end of this live. Please, we're going to be doing lives until Wednesday. Wednesday might be our last live, and then we will reassess the situation.
Live'ować do środy. W środę będziemy mieć ostatniego live'a. I zapraszamy, teraz będą tematy niespodzianki.
I have one idea for tomorrow. That we will, tomorrow, I think would be a good one, and one that is the English people are experts at, and that is small talk.
O, czyli jak taka pogawędka, taki small talk po prostu, jak przeprowadzić taką pogawędkę
Because
z
it's one thing I've noticed is that Polish people are in Poland, I don't see much small talk. You meet someone and you go straight into a great conversation. But English people love small talk. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And in Minecraft about monsters.
Czyli w sekcji Minecraftowej będziemy mówić o potworach.
So thank you everyone.
Dziękujemy bardzo
as always,
serdecznie.
we hope and we think we've fixed the problem on Minecraft.
Jeśli uda nam się naprawić, znaczy wydaje nam się, że nam się udało naprawić ten problem lagowania. No jeśli się nie uda, to niestety live'a nie będzie, ale na pewno będziemy grać, Jake będzie grał, więc tak czy siak zapraszamy na nasz serwer.
Bye bye!
Bye!